The kingdom is rapidly adopting smart infrastructure, with 5G networks rolling out across major cities. Artificial intelligence and robotics are being integrated into everything from healthcare to manufacturing. Partnerships with global tech giants are accelerating this digital transformation. Google is setting up a cloud region in Saudi Arabia, while Microsoft is investing in data centers. These collaborations are creating a fertile ground for innovation, attracting startups and established firms alike. Welcome to Rouhani Voice. Today, we dive into the heart of Saudi Arabia's transformation. From oil-rich deserts to futuristic smart cities. From being the world's energy giant to becoming a global leader in technology and innovation, this is the story of Vision 2030, a bold journey shaping the kingdom's future and inspiring the world. In the heart of the Arabian Peninsula, a transformation is underway. Saudi Arabia, long known as a desert kingdom, rich in oil, and home to Islam's holiest sites, is now embarking on a journey that could redefine its place in the world. Picture a land where ancient traditions meet cutting-edge technology, where towering skyscrapers rise from the sands, and where the echoes of history blend with the whispers of a promising future. This is the story of Vision 2030, a bold plan launched by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in 2016. It's a tale of ambition, change, and the relentless pursuit of progress. But to understand where Saudi Arabia is going, we must first look at where it's been. The year was 1938. The world was on the brink of war, and in the scorching heat of the Saudi desert, a team of American geologists made a discovery that would change everything. At Dammam Well No. 7, they struck black gold. Oil, the lifeblood of the modern world, gushed forth, marking the beginning of a new era for Saudi Arabia. In the decades that followed, this newfound wealth transformed the kingdom. From a land of nomadic tribes and sparse settlements, Saudi Arabia emerged as a global energy giant. The revenue from oil exports fueled rapid development, building gleaming cities, modern infrastructure, a standard of living that was once unimaginable. But with great wealth came great dependence. The Saudi economy became inextricably linked to the fortunes of oil. When prices soared, the kingdom prospered. When they plummeted, it suffered. This roller coaster ride of boom and bust exposed a fundamental vulnerability in the Saudi economic model. As the 21st century dawned, new challenges emerged. The world began to wake up to the realities of climate change, and a global shift towards renewable energy gathered momentum. Suddenly, the kingdom's most valuable resource faced an uncertain future. It was in this context that Vision 2030 was born. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman recognized a stark truth. Oil alone could not sustain Saudi Arabia's future. The time had come for bold action, for a reimagining of what the kingdom could be. Vision 2030 is more than just an economic plan. It's a roadmap for transformation, a blueprint for a new Saudi Arabia. At its core are three pillars: a vibrant society, a thriving economy, and an ambitious nation. The first pillar, a vibrant society, seeks to preserve the best of Saudi Arabia's rich cultural heritage, while embracing the opportunities of the modern world. It's about honoring the kingdom's role as the heart of the Islamic world, while also fostering a more open and tolerant society. Imagine ancient mosques standing alongside world-class museums, traditional souk coexisting with cutting-edge art galleries. But Vision 2030 isn't just about preserving the past, it's about building for the future. The second pillar, a thriving economy, aims to diversify Saudi Arabia's sources of wealth and create opportunities for all its citizens. This means investing in technology, fostering innovation, and developing new industries. One of the most ambitious aspects of this economic transformation is the development of NEOM, a futuristic city rising from the desert sands. Picture a metropolis powered entirely by renewable energy, where flying taxis soar between gleaming towers. And artificial intelligence manages everything from traffic flow to waste management. It's a bold vision of what a 21st century city could be. Tourism is another key focus of the economic diversification plan. Saudi Arabia is opening its doors to the world, inviting visitors to explore its natural wonders and historical sites. From the pristine beaches of the Red Sea to the ancient rock-cut tombs of Al-Ula, Kingdom is positioning itself as a destination for travelers seeking unique experiences. But perhaps the most significant aspect of Vision 2030's economic plans is its focus on empowering Saudi citizens, particularly youth and women. The kingdom is investing heavily in education and training, aiming to equip its people with the skills needed to thrive in a rapidly changing global economy. Women, long restricted in their roles, are being encouraged to enter the workforce and take on leadership positions. The third pillar of Vision 2030, an ambitious nation, focuses on creating a more efficient and transparent government. It's about streamlining bureaucracy, fighting corruption, and fostering a culture of accountability. This pillar also emphasizes the importance of global partnerships, recognizing that Saudi Arabia's future is inextricably linked to its relationships with other nations. As Saudi Arabia pursues these ambitious goals, it faces significant challenges. Changing deeply ingrained social norms and economic structures is no easy task. The kingdom must navigate the delicate balance between modernization and tradition, between openness and cultural preservation. Moreover, the global landscape continues to shift. The COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted economies worldwide, and the long-term impacts on oil demand remain uncertain. Climate change continues to drive the transition towards renewable energy, putting pressure on oil-dependent economies. Yet despite these challenges, Saudi Arabia presses forward with determination. The kingdom is investing billions in renewable energy projects, aiming to become a leader in solar and wind power. It's nurturing a startup ecosystem, encouraging young Saudis to become entrepreneurs and innovators. And it's reforming its education system, emphasizing critical thinking and creativity alongside traditional subjects. The road ahead is long, and the outcome is far from certain. But one thing is clear: Saudi Arabia is no longer content to be defined solely by its oil wealth. Through Vision 2030, it's striving to create a new identity, one that honors its past while embracing the future. As we watch this transformation unfold, we're witnessing more than just the evolution of a nation. We're seeing the birth of a new paradigm for development in the Middle East and beyond. Saudi Arabia's journey could offer valuable lessons for other resource-dependent economies seeking to diversify and modernize. In the end, Vision 2030 is a story of hope and ambition. It's about a nation daring to dream big, to reimagine itself in the face of daunting challenges. As the sands of time continue to shift, the world watches with bated breath to see what will emerge from this bold experiment in national transformation. From the bustling streets of Riyadh to the tranquil oases of the desert, change is in the air. The Saudi Arabia of tomorrow may look very different from the one we know today. But if Vision 2030 succeeds, it will be a nation that has not only survived the end of the oil era, but thrived in the new world that follows. And that, perhaps, would be the greatest transformation of all. In the heart of the Middle East, a transformation is underway. A nation once defined by its vast oil reserves is now embarking on a journey that will reshape its destiny. Welcome to Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, a bold blueprint for a future beyond oil. Picture this: a $500 billion megacity rising from the desert sands. Powered by artificial intelligence and green energy, this is NEOM, the crown jewel of Saudi Arabia's ambitious plans. But it doesn't stop there. Imagine a futuristic linear city stretching 170 kilometers, with no cars, no streets, and zero carbon emissions. This is the line, a revolutionary concept that challenges everything we know about urban living. As we speak, the pristine coastline of the Red Sea is being transformed into a luxury tourism hub, while Qiddiya is set to become the entertainment capital of the Middle East. These aren't just construction projects, or the building blocks of a new Saudi Arabia, but the kingdom's vision extends far beyond its borders. The recent Aramco IPO, the world's largest public offering, has unleashed a tidal wave of capital to fuel this diversification. Saudi Arabia is no longer content to be the world's gas station. It's aiming to become a global powerhouse in technology, innovation, and clean energy. Across the country, a digital revolution is taking hold. 5G networks are being rolled out at breakneck speed, while artificial intelligence and robotics are reshaping industries. Tech giants like Google, Microsoft, and Huawei are flocking to the kingdom, drawn by the promise of a new Silicon Valley in the desert. But perhaps the most profound changes are happening within Saudi society itself. Women are now driving on the kingdom's roads, a sight unthinkable just a few years ago. They're entering the workforce in record numbers, breaking barriers and shattering stereotypes. The sound of music now fills the air as concerts and cultural events become the norm, not the exception. From hosting Formula One races to bidding for the World Expo 2030, Saudi Arabia is stepping onto the global stage with confidence and ambition. It's no longer just an oil exporter. It's positioning itself as a hub for technology, tourism, and innovation. The kingdom is forging new partnerships across Asia, Europe, and Africa, diversifying its economy and its influence. By hosting the G20 summit and pursuing the Expo 2030 bid, Saudi Arabia is signaling its readiness to lead on the world stage. But what does all this mean for the future? Vision 2030 aims to propel Saudi Arabia into the ranks of the top 15 global economies. It envisions a nation at the forefront of technology, tourism, green energy, and artificial intelligence. Yet it's not just about economic transformation. It's about creating a society that balances its rich Islamic heritage with the demands of modern progress. As we stand on the cusp of this new era, one thing is clear: Saudi Arabia is no longer waiting for the future. It's creating it. From the black gold of oil to the bright promise of innovation, the kingdom is rewriting its story. Vision 2030 is more than a plan. It's a revolution that will echo through generations. The sands are shifting in Saudi Arabia, and the world is watching. Will you be part of this historic transformation? The future is being written now, and it's happening in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula. This is Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, a glimpse into a future, limited only by the boundaries of human imagination. As we delve deeper into this transformation, let's explore the major projects that are reshaping the Saudi landscape.
NEOM.
A $500 billion megacity is set to become a global hub for innovation. By renewable energy and governed by artificial intelligence, it promises to push the boundaries of what's possible in urban living. The Line, a revolutionary concept within NEOM, takes this vision even further. Imagine a city with no cars, no streets, and no carbon emissions. A linear metropolis where high-speed transport whisks residents from end to end in just 20 minutes. It's not science fiction. It's the future of Saudi urban planning. Meanwhile, the Red Sea project is turning 28,000 square kilometers of pristine coastline into a luxury tourism destination. With its focus on sustainability and conservation, it aims to set new standards for eco-friendly development. And let's not forget Qiddiya, the entertainment city rising just outside Riyadh. From theme parks to sports venues, it's designed to capture the imagination of a young, dynamic population. These mega projects are complemented by massive investments in renewable energy. Solar farms are sprouting in the desert, while wind turbines are harnessing the power of coastal breezes. Saudi Arabia is diversifying away from oil. It's positioning itself to lead the global transition to clean energy. The Aramco IPO, which raised a staggering $29.4 billion, was more than just a financial milestone. It was a statement of intent, signaling Saudi Arabia's commitment to economic diversification and openness to global markets. But Vision 2030 isn't just about brick-and-mortar projects. It's equally focused on building a knowledge economy powered by technology and innovation. The kingdom is rapidly adopting smart infrastructure, with 5G networks rolling out across major cities. Artificial intelligence and robotics are being integrated into everything from healthcare to manufacturing. Partnerships with global tech giants are accelerating this digital transformation. Google is setting up a cloud region in Saudi Arabia, while Microsoft is investing in data centers. These collaborations are creating a fertile ground for innovation, attracting startups and established firms alike. The kingdom is also making strategic investments in cutting-edge sectors like fintech, biotech, and space research. It's not content to be a consumer of technology. Saudi Arabia aims to become a global leader in the digital economy of the future. Perhaps the most visible changes are happening in Saudi society itself. The decision to grant women the right to drive was more than a policy change. It was a symbol of a broader shift towards greater gender equality. Women are now entering the workforce in unprecedented numbers, taking on leadership roles in both the public and private sectors. The cultural landscape is evolving too. Cinemas have reopened after a decades-long ban, while international artists are performing to sold-out crowds. The kingdom is hosting global sporting events like Formula One races and major esports tournaments. These changes are not just about entertainment. They're about creating a vibrant, diverse society that can compete on the global stage. Tourism is another key focus of Vision 2030. Saudi Arabia is opening its doors to the world. It's not just for religious pilgrims visiting Mecca and Medina, but for leisure travelers eager to explore the kingdom's rich history and stunning landscapes. On the international stage, Saudi Arabia is redefining its role. No longer content to be seen solely as an oil exporter, it's positioning itself as a technology and investment powerhouse. The kingdom is building partnerships beyond its traditional allies, engaging with nations across Asia, Europe, and Africa. By hosting the G20 summit and bidding for Expo 2030, Saudi Arabia is showcasing its ability to lead on global issues. It's a clear signal that the kingdom is ready to play a larger role in shaping the future of the region and the world. As we look to the future, Vision 2030 sets ambitious goals. It aims to propel Saudi Arabia into the ranks of the top 15 global economies. But it's not just about economic metrics. The vision is to create a society that balances its Islamic identity with the demands of modern progress. It's about building a nation that's not just wealthy, but also innovative, culturally rich, and globally connected. From the gleaming towers of NEOM to the bustling streets of Riyadh, change is in the air. Saudi Arabia is embarking on a journey that will reshape not just the kingdom, but the entire region. It's a transformation that will be felt for generations to come. As we witness this historic shift, one question remains: how will you be part of this revolution? Whether you're an investor, an innovator, or simply a curious observer, the story of Saudi Arabia's transformation is one that will shape our world in the years to come. From the black gold of oil to the bright future of technology, Saudi Arabia is redefining what's possible. Vision 2030 is not just a plan, it's a revolution for generations to come. The future is being written now, and it's happening in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula. Thank you for watching Rouhani Voice. If you enjoyed this journey into Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us as we continue to explore the past, present, and the exciting future shaping our world. Together, let's keep diving into the future. Only on Rouhani Voice.